the storm with your heart. Play the storm with your heart.
And one time. Let's see what we have here. Final four picks. Now, I'm not gonna lie.
I have no clue.
I'm disappointed in this Final Four because this.
Well, it's a bunch of new guys.
FAU,
Blue blood schools. This is what the sport needed. Well, except UConn is
San
not a
Diego
blue blood
State.
school. This is what the sport needed. No more Duke and Kentucky and all that.
And who else is FAU, UConn, San Diego State, and I forget the other.
I can't remember.
I forget the other. I'm about to look it up right now. Oh, and Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
This is what you wanted.
Yes.
Are you happy? You're not even going to watch. So I don't even know why you're
No, the Final Four I will watch. I will watch the Final Four.
This is disgusting.
I'm more excited for the women's Final Four.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Why?
They have South Carolina in it.
And they're going against Iowa.
Uh-huh. I bet you are excited.
I know Iowa's probably gonna get cooked, but still.
Man, let me look at the women's Final Four.
It's Iowa. It's LSU and Don't tell me. It's LSU and Notre Dame. Is that it?
I forget.
I know LSU is in it. I forgot who they play though.
Trying to find it.
But yeah, the one I think I might actually come on tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, and then the South
Virginia Tech.
Oh, Virginia Tech. Yeah. Virginia Tech and LSU, South Carolina, Iowa.
2 number 1 seeds, a number 2 seed, and a number 3.
Real hoops right there.
Yeah, because the top seeds actually made it, and
tell the men's division to
and
get
they're
good.
Players that are actually like really good. Like Caitlin Clark is really good. The girl from LSU is really good.
Angel Reese.
And the girl from South Carolina
Aaliyah
is really
Boston.
good. Yeah, actual like WNBA talent is going to be on the floor. While the men's side of things might be 1, maybe 2. Like luckily, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm looking at you and I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself. The fact that you want this type of basketball as your Final Four. I like you.
Tell the stars that's supposed to be league bound to play better.
I like UConn, and I'm glad that they're in it because a lot of analysts picked UConn to be in the Final Four. I'm not surprised San Diego State is in the Final Four. Now, if you would have told me this before the tournament, I would have been like, "What the hell?"
San Diego State, they got ranked wrong.
Yeah, I think they are the 5th seed, but the way they playing, man, they should be a 2 seed because they look absolutely dominant. I would say their second game was when I was like, this team looks like a Final Four team because they were blowing out. I forgot what team it was.
They are offensive juggernaut.
Yeah, they were absolutely just dominant against Tennessee. Like Tennessee, they're known for their defense. But their defense wasn't able to get the job done because San Diego State was able to do whatever they wanted. And then Elite Eight, they were phenomenal. I think they played, what was the team? I forgot what team it was, but they were tremendous against that team as well. So, yeah, San Diego State, I'm not mad at it, but all the other teams, the FAUs, Miami, I'm just not for it. I'm sorry. I wanted to see a Kansas. I wanted to see
Kansas
a blue
wasn't
blood in
that
there.
good.
I didn't want to see these guys in it.
I told y'all all them top. I said they weren't that good.
I wanted to see Kansas State in it. Honestly, they were a fun
Kansas
team
State.
to watch. I'd rather see them in it than the FAU.
Hey man, I like when the best product is on the floor.
So,
And these dudes, these top schools with all these recruits, 5 stars, they couldn't get the job done. So they must go.
well, whatever.
They had no excuse.
My Final Four pick, I have San Diego State and UConn for the championship game.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Yeah.
And then I have UConn winning it all.
That
Did you see what they did against Gonzaga?
true.
Bro, from jump, they were
that was crazy.
like, what?
They was down though late in the game and came back, right?
No.
Oh no, I was thinking about the other team that played Gonzaga.
No, they were up the entire game. They were up I think they may have been up 30 at one point. Like, it was a beat down.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the wrong game.
Remember, the first half it was close.
Yeah.
And the second half came around, and I'm like, what happened to Gonzaga? What adjustments did Mark Few make? Did you make any adjustments? Didn't seem like it. That dude, what's his name? That white boy, Drew Timmy. Hey man, better get your CDL? Better get that ready, cause it's gonna be very hard for you to get in the league. Maybe go to the G League or something. I don't know. Well, then again, Frank Kaminsky's in the league. Sam Decker was in the league, so I mean, it's possible he can make it. He just needs to develop a jump shot. If he develops a jump shot, then it's a possibility. But I don't know, man. The way he is right now, I'm sorry. Making the league, good luck.
He's not ready?
No, he's not ready. Better develop a jump shot. Because that's the only... He could pass the ball. I will say he could pass the ball. He's fundamentally sound from the post. So if he can develop his jump shot, then I think teams will be like, okay.
Man, Thomas Bryant getting minutes in the league. Are you sure? Are we sure he can't make the league?
No, I mean, he could. He just needs to develop a jump shot. I think Thomas Bryant coming out, he was a rebounding demon, and he could also play a little bit of defense coming out of Indiana. Now, when he came to the league, that was a different story. He can't play no defense, but he can still rebound, though. If Drew Timmy can do some of the same things Thomas Bryant can do minus the defense, because I don't think he's going to be good defensively, then, yeah, he can make the league. Probably a second-round pick, late.
I'd say undrafted.
Undrafted. I mean, it's a possibility. If he plays well during the NBA Combine, they have the little scrimmages, whatever. If he does well in those games, then it'll definitely boost his draft stock. But besides that, it's going to be very hard. And then the other guy, the point guard from Kansas State, I think he's like 5'8".
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Is it Jordan Noel?
Nah, I think it's Marquise.
Marquez Noel.
Marquez Noel. I think he shot like 38% from the field, and he's like 5'8". Yeah. Good luck to you, my brother.
Not going to be able to do it.
Shanghai Sharks are calling your name, calling your way right now, because being 5'8" and shooting 38% from the field, not going to cut it. Not going to cut it at all. So, yeah, the Final Four, I can't wait for the women's tonight. Caitlin Clark, I hope she puts on the show. Because
I think South Carolina wins.
Yeah, I think South Carolina wins.
Because I think they rely on Caitlin to do too much at Iowa.
The thing, man, I was watching Maryland play.
They was looking good at first, man. I was like, oh, they might be. I was like, nope. Then
they ran out of gas.
Yeah. They couldn't keep up.
Diamond Miller and I forgot her name. Cheryl something. They just were awful, and they got in foul trouble. And they got subbed out, and they were relying on that one girl. I forgot her name. She was hooping, like she was making every damn shot, and she got tired, and she got in foul trouble. So they just kept getting in foul trouble, and their best players were just awful. And another thing that I mentioned, they're not playing no center. They have all guards and forwards starting for them. Literally, they have no center on the roster at all. So they're extremely small. And South Carolina, what do? They like to give it to Boston. They like to give it to her. What does she do? She scores in the paint a lot.
Yep.
So they took advantage of that. They wore Maryland down, got them into foul trouble, and that was game. They were trying to make a run, but guess what? Every time they tried to make a run, South Carolina would counter. And at the end of the day, I said it the previous podcast. Yeah, y'all had a great year, Maryland, because I did not expect them to win at all. And yeah, the results are the results, and it was expected. But at least they made the Elite Eight.
They played bully ball, South Carolina. Yeah. They remind me like of the Spurs, but like the college women's version, because it's a lot of fundamental, a lot of pick and pop, a lot of mid range. Not a lot of 3-point shooting, not a lot of ISO. It's a lot of sets. So, yeah, that's what they remind me of.
But, yeah, I don't see another team.
And they got that cornerstone big.
I mean, they're not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's because it's women's basketball, but just watching South Carolina, I wasn't overly impressed. Like it didn't seem like they were just like overwhelmingly dominant versus.
But see, it's the thing that's the thing about them. You watch them and you're like, they don't look all that great. But over time, as the game go on, and once teams start getting fatigued because they play physical, they bang on you in the paint and all. Trust me, you're going to see that's why they undefeated. They haven't lost a game in like 2 years. Because a lot of teams can't match that level of intensity for the whole game.
Yeah, they don't have that cardio.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good point. That's a good point. But it's just watching them, you're just like, this team seems
they look beatable, don't they? They look beatable.
But just teams, I guess.
But they can stay in that gear the whole game, which is it's hard to match. It's hard to match.
That's right. But yeah, that's
Don Staley, hell of a coach.
I'll say I think South Carolina wins it going.
Yeah, South Carolina, LSU. We getting an SEC championship rematch.
Interesting.
And South Carolina's going to win again because the LSU, they ain't got enough.
Yeah, they ain't got enough.
Angel Reese can ball, but they ain't got enough.
Mm-hmm. So it takes a team effort, collective effort. And that's the only way you're going to beat South Carolina.
I put my life in these sentences. Fucking right, it's either that or life sentences.